Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another edition of the Poland podcast. I'm surrounded by the usual reprobates. To my right...
What do you call me?
Right, I'm not going to my right. I'll give you time to calm down. To my left, we've got the very tranquil Brian.
Hello.
Brian, you alright?
I am.
Good.
I am. I have no complaints.
Excellent. And to his left, we've got Nick the Fist, Klaus.
Hello. I've grown the fist moustache back.
Yeah! I didn't want to stay into it, because the last time I said it was really good, the next day I saw you, it was gone, and I was like, shit, did I make too much of a... Yeah. Did I come on a bit strong?
Well, the fact that you were 6 centimetres from his face,
I know.
he said it.
With my thumb up my ass.
Yeah.
And licking it.
Yeah.
Licking it.
God, I love your moustache. I love it. The next day it was gone. Nick was carrying a knife everywhere.
Okay, good. To Nick's left, we've got Joe. Welcome back, Joe. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Very good. And we have Ross Milky Mulkern.
It's like a primary school teacher reading the register.
Here. Present. Yeah.
Present.
Well, we used to say on show.
Very good.
Oh, nice.
Sure.
Here.
Paddy, have you calmed down since the
I
reprobate?
am zen.
Good. Zen as fuck.
I'm zen as fuck.
Good.
Motherfuckers.
Excellent. Right. So, podcast is back, and we're going to kick off with... Do we have more letters?
It's
from
your
our,
letters.
From
it's
our
your
fans?
letters.
Do we have any hate mail?
Yeah, we got someone from... Remember Yarek from Warsaw? He's told us to go fuck ourselves or something. You went through most of these.
It's Yarek.
That's not like him to be confrontational for absolutely no reason.
Yeah. Yarek Paczynski.
We only have a couple, so here we are. Dear Poland Podcast, I'm going to Poland soon and I'm pretty excited. I'm going to Krakow, then Auschwitz, Wrocław, and the night train to Gdansk. Is it true that the night trains are dangerous? Maybe I can cuddle up to a sexy Polish gym hunk for protection during my trip. Sandra in Essex. Sandra?
Oh, Sandra. Sandra, you're fucking mental. I went on the night train to Gdansk, right? And I couldn't fucking sleep. In general, like I don't have anything worth stealing, like, and I can look after myself. But just the characters, man. Fucking forget about it.
Did you get a sleeper, or were you just on the seat?
No, do you know what? I'm fucking absolutely retarded, so... I went down at the last minute and went, I'd like to book a sleeper. And your woman was like, well, you have to book it 2 weeks in advance, you fucking moron. And sorry, this is what I assume she was saying when she went, and then licked the ticket window and fucking and disappeared back into her fucking cocoon.
I've heard that woman.
Okay. So super helpful, like, you know, I hope she doesn't die screaming. But, so anyway, so I had to, and it's fucking, what time did we leave? It's 12 fucking hours, man.
Yeah, I've done it a couple of times.
Anyway, the safest I felt was when this will tell you how bad the fucking train was when this guy on fucking mental amounts of amphetamines got on. And he was, like, it was actually a really positive vibe off him. And up until that, it was sketchy as fuck. He got there and he was like that, and I was just kind of passing out from exhaustion, and he reached over and he said, don't worry about it, I'll take care of your bags, but can I take some of your girlfriend's magazines? And Dorothy was like, they're women's magazines. He was like, yeah. So Dorothy was like, oh, okay, here's the magazines, man. And then anyway, you know, you fall asleep. And then you wake up and you're fucking, you don't know where you are. And he's still there, like, and it's, you know, really weird because he's fucking not eyeball to eyeball, but he's like eyeballing you from across the city.
Sitting in a rocking chair with a pipe, reading the women's magazine.
Yeah.
Really fast.
The thing is, he was, and like some of the articles, like I think one of the magazines was Cosmo, like, you know, 53 ways to give the perfect blowjob. So I'm pretty sure there's just one stock. You know what I mean? It's not complicated. Anyway, so he's gone through these.
Put it in your mouth.
But our bags are still there, and everything's kind of really cool. And he gives the magazines back to Dee, wakes her up, you know, gives me a nudge and says, you know, like, thanks for sorting me out. Thanks for doing me a solid. And off he goes at fucking 100 miles an hour, man. Pain in it. But so to answer her question,
you'll be fine.
Yeah, not a fucking thing to worry about.
So you won't find a sexy Polish gym hunk.
So
you might
Sandra,
find
amphetamine free, a good-natured amphetamine free.
So was he sexy?
I would say he wasn't an ugly man.
He had an aura about him.
But there was something that interested me about him that said, I've got a long train journey to get. Let me see, will I get some sleeping tablets? Wait, what's the opposite? It said, amphetamines! By myself!
So, Sandra, just to be on the safe side, bring a few women's magazines and a shitload of amphetamines, and you should be alright.
You should be alright.
Okie doke.
You need to learn how to give a perfect blowjob.
All right.
Fucking quick.
Yeah. The 50 ways! Oh, I don't have time for 50 ways! More amphetamines!
We're going to move on to Governor Pravda. I have another Governor Pravda for you this week. A week or so ago, I'm on one of these Facebook pages, like News from Poland and all this thing. And it was a couple of weeks ago. There was an article that was doing the rounds that immigrants in Europe may have affected Eurovision voting. Now, I know it's very serious, but anyway, on this Polish site, some Polish people didn't like this, and I just made the point. I said, well, there's around 1 million Polish people in the UK. And as you may not know, Joe, in Eurovision, if you voting from Britain, you can't vote for Britain. You have to vote for another country. Therefore, the British votes are quite split. It's just, who do you like?
Sure.
And I just said, well, I feel like Poles in Britain would vote for Poland because very patriotic nation, and regardless of the song, they would vote. And that would skew the effects. And I was accused of inciting hatred for Polish immigrants in the UK.
Well, they did have
Pravda,
draft
Albo,
of it, didn't they?
Governor Pravda.
Yeah.
I'd say yeah, because everyone's so fucking serious about anything. It's not a great day today. It's kind of raining today. Why do you hate people from Africa? That's not what I said. You know what I mean? Everyone is so tightly fucking wound. So I would say 100% true. And I'd say they were wrong, but I'd say it was true.
I agree. I would say it's true as well. People are twats.
Joe?
People are twats.
Pravda,
on the
Albo,
internet
Governor
especially.
Pravda. True or false? Take your time, Joe.
We have time, right? Let me go do my research. That's a tough. It's hard for me to kind of fathom the picture.
It's me sitting in my underwear. Sitting in my underwear on Facebook, going, that's the picture.
Do they know about Eurovision in the United States?
This year was the first time it was broadcast.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's the part that kind of throws me. I don't really know.
It's a singing competition.
I thought it would have been huge because in Ireland it's huge, like fucking huge in the gay community.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gay community everywhere.
And
Yeah,
this is sorry, just going off a little bit. But a few years ago, Poland had a song with all the women with the boobs.
Oh yeah.
Doing the milk And all my
I'm a
Polish friends were saying, oh, we'll definitely win this year. And I was laughing because I was like, who do you think watches this and votes for and who won? Conchita Wurst. A beautiful woman.
Transgender.
Yeah.
Born a man.
Born a man. Beautiful. But with a beard.
A really cool beard as well.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Looks like a beautiful woman with a beard.
No, I have to check this out.
And Conchita Wurst won. And the Poles... I can't believe it. Anyway, so coming back, true or false?
I guess I'll just go with true.
Okay, Ross?
Who was it that accused you of inciting racial hatred?
Polish gentleman
A Polish person
who lives in the
accused
UK.
you- Oh, okay, because normally in
lives in
Poland...
the UK.
He lives
yeah.
in the UK.
I normally get in trouble for not inciting racial hatred in Poland. So.
No, it wasn't racial hatred. It was hatred against Polish immigrants.
I see. That's very different.
Sorry to ask just a fucking stupid question, but I didn't ask it when I was 5, and then it's just been building
It's all
ever
right.
since.
Get it out.
Are they a race or a nation? Are Irish a race or a nation?
A nation.
Who?
But like, let's
The
say,
Irish
let's say
and ethnicity.
Let's say if I go, you know what? Fuck Switzerland. Am I
Not
racist?
no.
That's xenophobic.
Oh, well, there are 4 races in Switzerland, though.
So then am I a mega racist?
I
No,
don't
they're
say
not races. They're ethnicities. It's different.
Yeah.
Well, I think race is really a constructed concept, isn't it? There's no such thing as race.
Let's move on.
Anyway, I think it's true.
I just want a yes or a no. Am I a racist, Ross?
Yes, you are.
Are we going to have a
That's why I like you, Brian. Like Jeremy Clarkson, you speak the racist truth.
In the world.
Are we going to have the first unanimous?
True. Pravda, I'm saying.
Everyone's saying Pravda.
Yeah.
And it is Pravda.
Is it?
And just to
such a
make
hate-monger.
it, I know, just to make it interesting, This guy, I won't mention his name because he was banned from this group for saying that any foreigner who criticises Poland in Poland should watch themselves because they'll be hanging from a noose.
Well,
This Polish gentleman
You hang from a
is
tree.
gay,
right.
gay, ultra Zionist, Korwin Mikke voter.
Really?
It's like
How does that work?
Korwin Mikke, for people listening, he's a bit mental. Just kind of a.
He's a lot mental.
He thinks guns should be legal, women shouldn't vote, and
Child porn should be legal.
child porn should be legal. Immigrants, or he's just a racist.
He's like,
And this guy is gay and Jewish, and it's like, well, when they're done with the Muslims, they're coming for one of your groups.
yeah.
How much time did you spend researching this guy you got spat with?
Well, because he then mentioned that he mentioned in a previous thing that he was gay, but he's very against gay rights. He's a very confused gentleman.
Self-hating gay.
Yeah, I did like a very infamous. Never mind. But yeah, and he said, "Well, then why didn't Israel score very highly in Britain?" I said, "Well,
not in
there's not so many Israelis in Britain." He said, "Oh, there's loads of Jews." Like, but
not the same.
That was a question I had to ask you, and I had a good point. Is because you have like can you say a multi-ethnic background?
Here you go, being racist again, Brian.
I know. I'm trying to choose my words really careful. So you have the
can
Scottish,
say it,
the American, and the Jewish background. But would you fly the Israeli flag?
No,
Yeah.
because I think they're bloody awful as a country. My dad was raised Jewish. He eats pork and doesn't believe in God, but I guess he's Jewish. He'd be Jewish enough for the Nazis anyway.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of Israel.
Yeah.
Thinks they're kind of awful.
Yeah.
Arseholes. Anyway, so that was my Governor Pravda, and the first unanimous Pravda,
Hurrah!
and the first all correct.
Hey.
So well done.
Points
Well done,
for
chaps.
everyone.
That's because that was my question. Because as Catholics, you know the way
The Catholics are race? I wear glasses. Are we a race?
Sometimes when you have Jews, it goes synonymous with the Israeli flag. And I was always
you
wondering.
bloody love the Vatican, though, don't you?
Well, this is my point.
bloody love it.
Why don't we
If the
have the Vatican flag?
If the Vatican were in the Eurovision, fuck me.
Have you not been in...
Singing priests.
They fly
Yeah.
the Vatican flag all around Poland,
They do
don't
for
they?
Corpus Christi. and
I don't
stuff.
even know what it is.
It's
What is
yellow
it?
and white.
It's
Yellow
the Pope
and white.
riding a dragon with a flaming sword, fucking shooting down jets with laser eyes.
They
Isn't
should
that the
enter
one, isn't it?
Eurovision. They could do Kumbaya.
I'd love to see Pope Francis having a go on the karaoke. That'd be great,
The
wouldn't it?
bodies hit Today in history. I think I'll hand over to you here.
I'll do this one. So we'll fly through this. On the 5th of June in 1257, Krakow in Poland receives its city rights. That was the most interesting thing I could find. I'm afraid it's a bit boring. So I found some 6 vaguely interesting bullshit facts about Krakow. Number 1, it's forbidden to feed pigeons in Krakow because
Fucking goddamn
they
right.
shit so much everywhere. Number 2, you know the big head in the square? It's Eros, the god of love. And I don't know why he's blindfolded and on his side, maybe because
Kinky.
Ride me sideways.
Ride me sideways.
There you go.
Should have thought of that. In September, Krakow holds an annual Deutschhound
Dachshund.
parade. Dachshund parade.
Sausage dog.
They're the sausage dogs.
Delicious.
Poles and the sausages.
It's like the zoo in Edinburgh. They have a penguin parade every Saturday.
Oh.
Get in.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They have like counter parades.
Oh, you can look it up on YouTube. Yeah, it's fine.
Danny DeVito leads it.
The Grand Marshal.
Come on, guys!
Twirling a thingy in his fingers.
Feel the burn
Major
banner.
hits.
Yeah.
According to Polish legend, Krakow is protected by a mighty dragon, which isn't really true.
They poisoned him.
He drank all the
No.
water, didn't he?
No.
Yeah.
No.
And they put a poisoned sheep.
No, it was an explosive sheep. The sheep.
What is it? Fucking worms? Do you
It
remember
was
that?
it was a cobbler.
Sheep
It was a
bomb.
cobbler, and I think they had to sacrifice a beautiful virgin every week or something.
didn't
And they
say
were like,
beautiful.
running out of
Why not just
the.
beautiful
Let's
person?
kill
Why,
all-
why not just kill like
Dragons
this
never
bitch
ask for
is dog
fat
ugly?
Dragon,
You know we can do without her.
Dragon knows what he wants.
Okay.
All right, he's got standards.
Okay.
And this cobbler was like, well, we should probably sort that out. So he killed sheep, he stuffed it with a load of gunpowder, and then chucked it in, and the dragon ate it, and boom.
Did they dress it up as a woman?
Well, no, he ate sheep as well. He wasn't so fussy with the sheep.
Yeah, Paddy, he fucked women, he ate sheep. Like, what's wrong? Because you see, he was Wexford. It's like, okay, no,
It should be the other way around.
I understand your Dublin ways, but it's just weird. It's just, I accept you, but I'll never get used to
We
it.
eat women and fuck sheep. It's simple. I eat pussy.
But like, what I want to know is how the dragons arrived at. All right, like guys, the women that you're feeding us. Several of my friends they've died of really fucking horrible diseases. It's got to be a virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the local fucking mattress just ain't gonna cut it anymore.
Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right, number 5, Crackoff's trumpeter. So on the hour, every hour, a man
Is
comes
this a
out.
Trump supporter?
He comes out of the steeple of the church. He's the Trump supporter.
Build a wall!
Trumpeter. No Mexicans.
That sounded awfully Mexican.
That's the irony.
Yeah.
I think Trump is a self-hating Mexican. I think they're going to find his birth cert and it's going to say like Donaldo Sanchez.
Donald Sanchez from Chihuahua. So his early warning is said to have saved the city during war. However, he was shot in the throat by a Tatar archer and was killed in the middle of his bugle call, thus explaining... So he's not a trumpeter, he's a bugler. Thus explaining the significance of the broken tune. So when he's playing, he kind of goes... Yeah, and it stops mid-song.
The whole I have to think on that real quick is that he gave an early warning. But like... Not early enough that the archer didn't get close. Like, what
Just sees a bloke.
Yeah.
Shit. He's pulling back.
From a half a kilometre away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, is that a huge army? No, couldn't be. I'll wait till they get 100 metres. Oh, fuck! And then... I don't think the archer actually... He fired the arrow. He just took it out of his quill and just stuck it through his neck with his hand.
Also,
Good no pravda. That's what we're saying.
It's
Good
quite
no
a
pravda.
soothing tune if you've ever heard it.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like... and he's like...
It's playing this beautiful tune, right?
You'd use the end of the bugle just to magnify your voice. Just fucking run!
And the last and final point about Krakow, churches. Many, many fucking churches.
It's true. Many.
For Cathal, the god of Catholicism.
I'm not gone in Krakow. I used to like Krakow, but now it's
Right.
just like you go there and it's like, oh god, there's so many Irish and English people. Just like, get me the fuck out of here.
Right.
Oh yeah, they're
not
awful.
good.
Awful. I didn't
Stag
realise
parties.
I hated the English until I went to
Stag
Krakow.
parties are awful.
Like,
Bachelor
look at that,
parties.
Sharon. It's well cheap here, isn't it? So, yeah. What's that, like £2? Oh, it's
Fucking shut up. Fuck off back to your own country.
It is shameful. So we'll move on to the random question generator. So I'll do this. That one's rubbish. That one's rubbish.
See what I mean? So I had to.
Oh, here's a burning question for you, Joe. Are you a spender or a saver? This is what the world wants to know, Joe.
Really?
Yeah. Are you a spender or a saver?
Let's talk about masturbation.
Yes.
Yes. Good. Right, moving on.
I can tell by how often he buys a fuck around.
I think, Brian,
Yes.
what is your morning routine?
Wear black and
Yeah.
feel sad for a few weeks.
Yeah.
That's the best joke ever.
Right,
Yeah, no, I can't. That's a hard act to follow.
Nick, that was your
Just,
question.
yeah, wank a
What-
wank
Brian,
a cigarette and a
you
cup
can
of
have the
coffee.
next one. Oh, Brian, this is going to be a good one. What are things that you should not say at your own wedding? I'll open it to the floor after Brian's
oh my
answer.
God.
It's go on then.
No. What are things you should not say at your own wedding? You and your sister's tits are just... I just can't tell... No. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Okay.
I've got nothing.
I'll suggest something.
Anal baby.
Anal baby.
Anal baby.
When at the wedding? Like,
Yeah, you can have anal later, couldn't you?
When you're making your speech.
that's different. See, when you're making a speech or when you actually, that's what your
Okay,
vows.
I was thinking
Maybe, like, when I think about it, I fucked so many of the guests here.
It's just so funny to see you all here with your clothes on.
Yeah.
Not covered in my
You crazy bitch. I didn't fucking...
What was the one you said in the
With
pub?
your penchant for... I'm surprised you're still alive.
Brian, what was the one you said in the pub last week? The radio. You should have faced like a painter's radio.
I left your face looking like a painter's radio.
Yeah.
That's a good
Probably
one.
not
That's
the
not one of
best.
mine. I'm not going to take credit for it. I think I stole that
All right.
off someone. My dad. But,
Daddy, how are babies, mate?
Okay, that you definitely shouldn't say that. Okay, one more.
I enjoyed your other statement as well.
No.
The whole, you don't need to be looking at the mantle while you're poking
the fire, yeah.
That was a really
That's
good
got me
one.
through. That's like justified a lot
Right,
of my
gentlemen.
actions, you know.
Right, gentlemen. What is the best thing about our gender?
You're presuming here that we have the same gender, which I find.
Did you just assume everyone's gender, man?
Check your privilege.
Gender assumption.
What's the best thing about my gender?
Best thing about your gender is. I don't know what.
Hairy
is
no
it?
sights.
Slim pickings,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Slim, yeah.
pickings.
I like having cock and balls. I think that's great. I know it's really a Neanderthal thing to say, but it's great. Like, there's nothing... That's my morning fucking routine. First thing. Whether they're,
Hands down the pants.
whether they're itchy or not, just
Check.
fucking...
1,
Fucking good lads.
2, 3, and 4. Good.
Where's Lumpy?
Yeah.
He's on the move!
It's bigger every time.
He's spreading out.
Oh, you've grown.
That's my Lumpy.
Okay, question answered. So,
I think the best thing about being a man is getting paid more than women. Something like that.
we've been able to vote for an awful
That's true. Especially in Liechtenstein. Do you know when Liechtenstein gave women the vote?
76?
Later.
79?
Yesterday.
79.
Yes, no, it's 1980. I believe it was 1987. And out of an electorate, it comprised entirely of men. Do you know by what percentage they voted to give women the vote?
51%.
51 fucking percent. So Liechtenstein is the most sexist country in Europe. I reckon. And now for part 2 of our interview.
And just in relation to now, I mean, there's been obviously a big change in the last elections. And I mean, I get the impression from you're probably not very happy with the changes. But what do you think the future holds for Poland? Do you think?
I am really sad and scared about future.
Okay.
And I think that our economy goes down in the future. And then this endorsement for peace goes down too, because everything comes down to money.
Oh, of course.
And when will be lack of money for 500 zlotys for child, it is first. It is something like a bribe for people. It was something like a bribe, and a lot of people believe in peace. But I think that everything changed. But it isn't good for
So
Poland.
what do you think about the code people, KOD? Because my opinion on them is that, you won't know this phrase, I would kind of call them fair weather supporters. It's like, if you have a football team, and these are the type of people who only go to watch the football when the weather is good. So I kind of see all these cold protests as, okay, it's pretty cool that there's a lot of people, but you're not doing anything. Nothing's changing. And like, they have, like, the marches are always on a Saturday or a Sunday. So it's on the weekend, no one's working.
Yes, I agree with
But like,
you.
in my opinion, people should do like what the Irish police did a few years ago. They said, you can't strike, it's against the law. And I said, okay. So on Monday they said, I'm sick. Thousands of policemen, I'm sick. So I think it would help a lot in Poland if people just went, you know what, I'm not working.
In my opinion, people in media should strike on TV and on the radio, because they have influence for another people. And in Polish TV and Polish radio happen really terrible things. I was a fan of the third program of Polish radio. It was really fantastic radio with open-minded people.
This is
Troika.
Troika, yes. But now everything is going down, and people run away from this radio, or have to run away from this radio. So it is really sad. It is really sad for me. And in my opinion, people, journalists and people in this media should strike and don't leave in people from government because it is only way.
Just a question. Just so
Can be too late for some months because everything will be destroyed.
Just to go back to your past for a minute, Irina. Would you have considered yourself as part of the underground? Would it have? Was there a
Now?
Yeah. When you look back, is there a romantic notion about?
Yes.
Solidarność?
Yes, it was a bit romantic, of course, but it was really dangerous.
Yeah.
Yes, but in underground weren't such many people. It was only a handful of people, and these people could change political system in the end. But now I think it is impossible.
When you say it was dangerous at the time, were you aware of how dangerous it was? And I mean, what was it the possibility that, I mean, you could just, because of your involvement, you could just go missing? Was that a possibility?
Yes, of course. I was in such situation that I was arrested for small thing. And when I was at the police station for 2 days, I afraid of one thing that they said to me, for example, we took your children to orphanage, for example, yes. And if they taught me such thing, I think that I could write something, for example, and I think that Lech Wałęsa could
in the same position,
was in similar position. Yes. Also, or he could be a bit stupid and he wrote something, but it was nothing because he did really fantastic things later.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I just ask, and you don't need to answer this? You said you were arrested for something quite minor. Could you tell us what that was? Obviously, if you don't want to, that's fine. But,
could you say that?
If you said you were arrested for something very small.
It was writing on the wall.
Oh,
Something only.
Kekes, Katowice.
Psychopath.
No, it was
Political.
against. It was against General Jaruzelski.
Okay.
Yes, it was really strong. It was really
Could you
strong.
tell us what it said in Polish?
What it was? I think I couldn't.
Oh, don't worry.
It was that strong.
It was that strong.
Was it
Too strong for the
I
internet.
did it with my friend, and her husband is a lawyer. When he watched this in the morning, he was really scared.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
And did they catch you doing it, or did they catch you
No.
afterwards?
After, I think that some neighbors called inform about it,
Confident.
but they couldn't any evidence because these people didn't want to
Identify themselves.
yes, and it was helping for us only.
Okay.
Snitches
And
get
just-
stitches.
Yeah.
I've got so you said something quite interesting, Irena, because you're talking about the obviously Solidarność and the eventual overthrow of the communist regime, and then you said, but now I think it's impossible. So you're saying that you think it would be harder now to overthrow Kaczynski, i tak dalej, and so on, than it was to overthrow the communist regime. Or am I getting it wrong?
It's difficult to say.
Must be
I
very
suppose
different.
overthrow is the wrong word, because when I think you're dealing with that kind of oppressive regime, it has to be overthrown. But when you're dealing with the elected government,
Yeah, I mean, it
Well,
was
so
it
far.
was a
Let's wait another
Yes.
4 years and
But
see
we,
if.
so far we have democracy, yes, because we have. But what will be in the future, we'll see.
I think, honestly, I think I've said this before, but I think Poland has democratic dictatorship. I think you have a
Yes.
you have a democratic election system, but the political parties are not democratic.
Yes,
Because in the UK, we choose, in our local area, we will choose our individual politician, not the boss. Whereas here, if
Yes.
we were all trying to be the local politician for peace, and I said, well, I think Mr. Kaczynski is an idiot, he will say, okay, goodbye. So that's the problem I see in
Yes.
Poland. And until the parties become democratic, you're always electing a dictator, whether it was Donald Tusk before, who's probably a better dictator than what we have. But that's the problem I
He did it
see.
in better way.
Yeah.
he has a nicer smile.
Yes.
I always liked
It was
Kwasniewski. He was fun, wasn't
Kwasniewski.
he? Yeah. He liked to drink.
The beer drinkers party, wasn't it?
Yeah, he got that horrible disease in was it
Gout.
the Philippines?
Philippines.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, not gout.
No.
Yes.
I've had it.
Trouser gout.
I was just thinking of beer, and
Yeah.
I think we'll probably have to call it.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
one more quick question. What, as someone who was part of the movement that changed the future of Poland, which really like the young people's future of Poland, what is it that you see in young people today that makes you very happy, and what disappoints you about young Polish people today?
Young people haven't lived in communism, and they don't remember such hard time. Young people have everything. Young people can travel around the world. Young people have passports in the drawers, and everything is possible for them. So they don't know another kind of life, stronger, sad times. So I think that it is a result why they support the government, because a lot of young people support government and believe in. Besides this, young people aren't interested in politics.
Apathetic.
Yes, so my generation was interested in politics because it was our duty. It was a subject of talking, and everybody was on the one side. Everybody of us were opposite to Soviet Union.
Yeah, it's a common enemy.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And General Jaruzelski, for example,
Yeah.
yes, and it was our political enemy. And now we are divided, and it is deserve of Kaczynski this situation. Because when he was when he governed, he divided our nation into parts, and this it is very difficult to change now.
Yeah.
Because in families, our wife for peace, and her husband is opposite, for example.
Sure.
My brother supported peace, for example.
Yeah.
And we are really enemies.
Yeah.
we can't
Yeah.
talk about politics.
Okay. I think we're going to have to
you.
stop there. Thank you very
Thank you very
much.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Yeah, thank you.
If it's all right with you, I'd like to do my yes/nos again.
Yeah, go for
Is
it.
that all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're making these up on the spot. I
Yeah,
like this.
yeah,
This
no,
is
just
great.
Yeah, the book's just a prop.
I had a couple last
very
time.
official
But,
with the notes and all.
All right.
He's actually prepared.
Start with you, Paddy. Yes or no? Polish national anthem.
What is it?
Yeah, it's okay, yeah.
Okay.
Can anyone sing it? I can't
No.
remember.
No, it doesn't start very well, but then it gets really rousing. And I know. I
The
kind of
lyrics,
like
though, it's like Poland will survive. It's like you
Is that the
let
one?
it go. You're doing all right.
Farmer? Yeah, but no, that's.
It was a song
Yeah.
when
Licky
Poland
boom
didn't
boom.
exist.
Liechtenstein down.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going for a yes.
Yeah, I like it, yeah.
Correct. Okay. Ross, yes or no? The name Dorota.
Someone's wife here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to change. I'm going to change it. I'm going to
Definitely,
change it.
yeah.
I'm going to change it. Dagmara.
Don't say definitely yes about his wife.
Yeah. Even more no.
I'm going to change it. I don't want any falling out.
All right.
Dagmara.
No.
Correct.
But I have to agree with Ross's first one about the Rota because I called the Rota D because it just doesn't roll off my tongue.
So you like the D?
If she wasn't
Sexually.
that's it. Yeah.
You're married to the D.
I don't-
Unless you love it.
She's going to be saying, I don't know, what did Rossa mean by that? Because she speaks like Fabrizio when we're at home. So what did Rossa mean by this remark?
What do you mean I don't roll off your tongue?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I'm going to say it's foreign stuff, baby. It's foreign stuff.
Okay.
It's like,
Anytime you say baby, it's all good.
yeah.
Okay. Joe, yes or no? The Polish soup, borscht.
Oh, I'd say yes.
Yeah, that's correct.
Absolutely.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah. I told you guys a story, like when I was living in Japan and I would do these weird kind of parties for these business people during holiday time. And one of the big things is to do an English lesson as a party. We do some, I know, it's ridiculous. But there was always a question and answer thing. And the first question was always either, just the assumption, like, what kind of gun do you own? Or do you own a gun? Right? It was like, and I probably did, 15 or 20 of these parties. Always the first question.
It's surprising because literally every other American I've met at the drop of a hat can pull out 2 revolvers and start doing the sort of stuff.
I can do that. I just don't own a gun.
He's just really good with other people's guns.
He's like riding the unicycle.
He has been to school.
That's
part of grade
part
school.
of graduation from elementary to.
Yeah.
They're thinking of bringing it in kindergarten to elementary, but Nick, yes or no? The River Rava in Katowice.
I say no.
It's got to be a no.
It's got to be a no.
It's the worst river in the world.
Yeah.
It's not even a river. It's a runoff.
Oh, in fact, Ross's girlfriend thought that in the centre of Katowice now you have that sort of stream. She thought that was the actual Rava.
Oh no,
She had a go at me. She was like,
because it doesn't
it's a
smell
rabbit,
of
you
turd
idiot.
and eggs. It's not.
Oh,
No,
my
children
God.
play-
You
you
walk
let
100
children play
meters
around.
and you get this other
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah.
Sewage place.
God.
Yeah.
No,
It's
absolutely
a rat
not.
no.
That's
Why
what-
would they? Always those people.
Yeah, no, I was like, no, it's not the rubber. It's like, you can see because you can see to the bottom of it, and
But sometimes there's a part when your girlfriend argues something like that, and she's dug her heels in and she's not going to take a step back. But for a fact that you're wrong.
I
There's a part of
readily
you-
So you look it up online and you go, in your fucking face.
This is the thing, you don't.
You're on top tonight.
You don't. Some part of your brain goes, actually, you know what? She's going to say this to other people. Fuck it. Yes, you're right. It is. That is the Nile. That is the Amazon and the Nile, which converge in Katowice and flow towards
what
fucking
I did
Moscow.
was I shut the fuck up and I thought I'm going to bring this up in a bitchy podcast so she can't answer that. So Agatha, darling, just to clarify, it's not the fucking rubber. So there, according to Nick, so I've sourced it from Nick.
The final yes or
Told
no
you.
for Brian. Yes or no? Robert Lewandowski.
No.
Correct.
Because he's great. He's footballer, scorer, guy. Is that what
He
they
is
call him
gold.
now? But it
Ball man
just
foot.
seems like he doesn't do fucking anything if there's no cash involved.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if he plays for Borussia Dortmund in Kickity Kick,
Bayern Munich.
fucking whatever, and he puts the ball in the net, and people congratulate him on his successful netball.
Yeah.
But for Poland, they're like going, we need you to score, and they can literally say to him, look, we need 3 goals, and Lewandowski's like, well, yeah, okay, no,
We need 4 touchdowns and a conversion.
and a fucking round of applause, juice, match point.
Also,
Slam dunk.
he's a bit of a diver.
He's a cheat, yeah.
That was a loaded question. It was a loaded question.
You know what I don't like about him is that he cheats when things aren't going his way.
Yeah.
So he's a baby.
And the thing
I think he's a great player, but as soon as things aren't going his way...
He's a big lad as well. He's a big unit.
He's a big baby.
And he should be able to physically handle himself. And then, like, some little guy bumps him and he's on the floor. Anyway.
And the thing is, because he's so big and strong, he doesn't have to pretend he's Ronaldo. He's skillful and good enough to not be a prick.
Speaking of which, have you seen? Does everyone know who Paul McGrath? You know
Paul.
Paul McGrath. So Paul McGrath.
Yeah.
Paul McGrath has the Irish Euro song. Have you seen it?
No.
Zero compromise. It's zero compromise. You haven't seen it?
No.
It's fucking great. Paul McGrath's rapping.
Yeah.
It's awful, but it's just great to see Paul McGrath because he had a terrible problem
Sober.
with the drink. Yeah, he's sober. But they launched kind of like a national campaign. If you see Paul McGrath, don't sell him alcohol because he's loved.
We
He's
should
really,
do that
really
with
loved.
Gaza.
Too late. It's way too late.
Paul McGrath he's a really big fucking dude,
Oh,
man.
yeah, he's a unit.
And he never dived in his life for two reasons. One, I think he's as hard as a fucking rock. But number two, the referee would kind of look at him and go, "There's no way he brought you down,
That's
man."
physically impossible.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to have to move you on
Okay.
because we didn't have time last week, and it is time for Bog Trotting Brian.
I have one this week, and the place is...
Hang on, I should just clarify, just in case we've got new listeners. Brian is about to review 2 public toilets.
I'm only going to do one because it's an epic story. It was an epic struggle.
An epic struggle.
And I went all the way to the mountains. That's the least stealthiest leaving of a studio. Like he just totally fucked that up.
Yeah.
See ya. Yeah. You better dickheads, and fires a gun into the air.
Can I get you anything?
Do you think they heard me? So we went all the way to Shirk, and by the time I got to Shirk, because I'm doing Irish people things on the way to because it's really sunny, so I'm fucking.
So you were thinking, it rhymes with jerk.
Yeah, but I'm covered in sunscreen, like fucking covered. I could walk on the sun. This is and it's about 23 degrees, and it's factor 50.
Tasty.
And Dee's going crazy at me because she buys factor 50 for your face. Right. And I've got it all over my arms, and like I'm kind of fucking hairy, so like you put a big blob, it gets from maybe your knuckles to your wrist before the hair on your hands turns into fucking dreadlocks. Like it's awful. So I'm doing this shit, but I'm also because like I read the Irish papers a lot, and they've got 18 degrees at the moment, and the HSC or maybe 23, maybe similar temperatures, and the HSC is warning people, the 10 things to do to survive the hot spell. Like,
stay indoors, people.
Stay indoors, drink a lot of water. So there's like Irish people just with the bath full. Just fucking, like how much is a lot? They didn't specify. So I'm drinking a lot of water. By the time we get to Shirk, I'm fucking sweating piss. Yeah, and it's really bad. So we're looking for a place to park, and I'm thinking, look, I'm just going to put the thing on and run and find a fucking toilet.
Do the window down. Just, get it out.
But of course we have a baby with us, so you can't do anything fucking quickly.
They ruin your life, don't they?
They do, Paddy, but they enrich it at the same time.
Yeah,
but also they ruin it. So anyway, we got lucky enough, and just as like I was coming in desperation, a car pulled out, and I was like, I'll fucking have a bit of that. So anyway, it was right next to the lift. And for those that don't know, Shirk, the mountain in it is. It's got no vowels in it, so Skitchna in Shirk, right? So we're right at the bottom of Skitchna, and you go into this place, and I said to Dee, going by I commanded her, go and buy the tickets, and I have to go and take a piss. Now I'm wearing sunglasses as well. I wear glasses, so my glasses are prescription. Like I have to take them twice a day. So, which means I don't have my real glasses on. So when I go into the restaurant or whatever at the bottom of the thing looking for the loo, I have to. I can't see shit because you're readjusting. It's really bright, so I have to take off my sunglasses, and then I can see actually absolutely less. So it's not just dark, but it's fucking blurred and dark. And this is where the fucking fun begins. Like so you're going and you're trying to make out what the fuck is going on with the toilets, because and again in Poland. Like a man and woman sign on the toilet? Well, that's for pricks. So I had just got used to the circle, triangle, or the pentagram and the thumbs down, or a picture of a cloud and a tree, and you're like, oh what the fuck?
God, in a big an apple.
Yeah.
Right, got it. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, and look at the ones in Shirk, Skitchna in Shirk, and then you go in, and there's like a deer and another deer. On the other one, and I'm just like,
it's probably all right if you've got your specs on, but
yeah, but like, and it's dark, and like, my eyes aren't adjusting quick enough. And I'm doing stuff like, I must have looked fucking mental to the people, because you see a shadow and you're not sure, is it a drop? Like, you're not sure, is it a drop, is it a shadow, or maybe it's a step, and you don't know what the fuck. So I'm like over-exaggerating steps on the way to the toilet, and then I'm staring at the fucking doors, and the doors are dark again, dark wood panelled thing with what I'd say originally was nice brass emblems on it, but like time has kind of darkened them and sucked them. Like it's like the tree is the wood is still alive, it's growing around the fucking things. So I have to stare at this and I have to go, okay. And then I have to go to the other one and go, not okay. And I'm doing this for a while. And then a woman comes out of the fucking one that I'm staring at. So she's like walking right into this fucking dude with sunglasses on his head, like covered, like, and my face is like
white.
Yeah,
Like,
so
like a painter's radio.
Yeah. So I look like a painter's radio. I look what's the guy from the Da Vinci Code, the fucking albino?
The guy with the barbs around his leg.
Yeah, so I look like Brino the albino, and she's like, what the fuck is going on here? And I'm kind of like, and I know her husband's there, and she's going to go over and go, that fucking weird albino dude's in there sniffing my fucking wee, So I'm fucking taking a beating for this. And consider as well, I'm trying to take photos of toilets as well. It's just, man, I'm just fighting a losing battle. So anyway, I figure that she's gone into the right one, and the one on the left-hand side. So anyway, I queue for that.
You're assuming her gender, though.
Yeah. But I mean, keep in mind, it's blurry and it's black. So I said, okay. So I'm there for a while, and then I'm standing there, waiting for the guy to come out, because I've made the assumption that there's someone in there. And then a guy just fucking cruises by me and goes in, and it was empty all the time. So I'm like a fucking asshole. So he comes out, and then the little troll, who, like in Poland they have the troll, the toilet troll lady.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I wrote down what I think she said. Like
Put gold on my hand and you may pass.
This is it. What I think she said was what she actually said was, but what I think she meant to say was cross. I fucking my silver, my palm with silver must cross thee if you want to release golden braids of pee. And then she said raz, which means one, right? But I always think Polish have two words, and raz can mean time, as well.
Yeah.
So it can mean
like
one,
3,
raz
2, 1.
Raz va tre,
Yeah.
or jedno va tre. Depends on what you. So I thought she was talking about time, and I was like, are you charging me by the hour? Is that what you're trying to say to me? That you get the fucking, you're going to charge me by the time? So anyway, I gave her the cash, I went in, and again, my eyes still haven't adjusted to the thing. I tried to find a cubicle to get in, which again is dark wood panelled door, and I can't find a fucking light switch. So after looking outside, I go in assuming that it'll be on the outside, or it's one of those ones that turns on by itself. So I'm there, it doesn't turn on, I'm in the dark. So I said, okay, fuck it, what am I going to do? So I locked the door, because I don't want the next person to come in and open the door and then just have this weird albino standing in the dark. And I'm working very hard not to catch a beating in the fucking. So anyway, the long story short is I take out the phone then, which I've been trying to take photos with, which isn't working, and I try to use the flash, which lights for a second and then it goes. So now, not only am I in the dark, but I'm trying to remember where the toilet is based on what I saw in the second flash.
Disco wee.
And there's a giant blue dot in my field of vision. So to answer your question, it's not really a review of the toilet. The outside looked really clean, the basins and all that. It was just a little bit confusing, and I had to wee in the dark. And it just went everywhere. So sorry to the people in Shirk.
Brian, I've had a request for a next time's toilet review.
Really?
Yeah, because Magda's listened to our podcast, and she thinks that there's a toilet that's ripe for a reviewing. The public toilets outside Hotel Monopole?
Yes.
Where you have to go down the steps where the homeless people wash.
I will go.
I don't mind escorting you for safety purposes.
No,
I've been there, it's fine.
I'll go.
We'll see how it goes. Okay, we're going to wrap it up there, and thank you very much for listening, and we'll be back in the very near future.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.